Hello crochet friends, it's me, Jonah, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a crochet face mask. I'll model it for you. This one's a little big for me since I made this one for Mom, but you can see how it has the ribbing and then the two elastic bands for your ears. And I'm going to show you how to make this face mask because especially at times like now where everyone should be social distancing and staying home, it's really important that if you do need to go out on essential errands that you're wearing a mask. And this is a mask, since it's crocheted, that it is not fit for healthcare workers on the front lines. These are just for people who are leaving their house to get some fresh air or go to the grocery store. And on the back, it's double layered, and then there's a spot for the pocket where you could put some felt in, since we need to save those masks for those essential health workers. And then you can easily customize this to fit your mouth and all the parts of your face so you can have the best coverage and protection. This one I made for my mom, and it's a little shorter both ways. And then this one I made for my dad. I added 2 extra rows and some length on the sides, as well as some length on the chain. So these are truly customizable for your best fit and protection. And to make these masks, you need a thin cotton yarn that recommends a 4 to 6 millimeter hook around there. But today you'll be using a 3 millimeter with this very thin cotton yarn. Patons Grace would work great, and any yarn that is about a 3 weight cotton. And you'll also be using, of course, a 3 millimeter hook, a darning needle, and a pair of scissors. Now let's begin to make our crochet face mask. So today I'll be demonstrating a size of the crochet mask that will fit an average female's face for the best protection. So I have my 3 millimeter and my cotton yarn, and the first step is to, of course, create your slip knot. And put that on your hook. And then our next step is going to be to chain 41 for the normal average female size, and then we will work 12 repetitions of the row, which I will show you when we get there. And then we'll work on creating our second layer with the pocket so you can insert your felt for that extra protection. So like I said, the first step is going to be to chain 41. Yarn over, pull through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41 for your turning chain. You can see there I have 41 chains, and our next row, which will be working into our chains, will be consisting of 5 single crochet, 5 half double crochet, 20 double crochet, 5 half double crochet, and 5 single crochet. So we're starting with our 5 single crochet. You're going into the second chain from the hook. 1, 2, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3, 4, and 5. There, you've done your 5 single crochet. The next step is going to be to do your half double crochet. 5 of them, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, and yarn over and pull through all 3. That's 1. Repeat that 4 more times. That's number 3. That's number 4. That's number 5. So now you've done 5 single crochet, 5 half double crochet. And you're now going on to your double crochet. And you're going to work 20 double crochets, yarning over, inserting, pulling up a loop, yarning over, pulling through 2, and pulling through 2 again. And you'll work 20 of those. And once you've worked 20, you can either count your 20 double crochet or count the 10 remaining chains that you will have to have. And this part is also customizable too. You can add more double crochets, but I recommend you keep the amount of half double crochets and single crochets the same. I'm just working on my 20 double crochet. And this is the starting row, and then after this, it starts to go quicker and it's a lot smoother. Okay, I'm going to go 5 more stitches and then lay it down and count to see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, there's your double crochet starting to form. Now I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I have to make 2 more. 18, 19, and this is going to be 20. Now we're going to work 5 half double crochet, and then once you've completed that, you're going to work 5 single crochet. So on the edges, you're going to have 5 single crochet, inwards 5 half double crochet, then in the center 20 double crochet. It's 5 half double crochet. I'm going to work 5 single crochet now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was our first row of our crochet mask, and the next rows, and the rows 1, all of them 1 through 12, will be the exact same as row 2. So you're going to start and not make a turning chain and single crochet under both loops 5 times, putting 1 in each of the next 5 single crochet, and not adding a turning chain because it pulls in like it's supposed to for an effective mask. 4, 5, and now we're going to work 5 half double crochet going through both loops. 4 and 5. If I lay this down, you can already see how you have thinner, and then it gets a little bigger, and it's going to get even bigger, and that's how you get that increasing and decreasing of a mask. And our next step is going to be our 20 double crochet, except the variation is going to be you're going to work in the back loops so you can achieve the ribbed look. So you yarn over, turn your work, and see both of these loops for a V, and you go to the one away from you and double crochet, and you do that again to the next stitch and into the next. That's 3, that's 4, that's 5, 6, that's 7, and you can see how your ridge is starting to form, and that's created by going into the back loop, and you'll be going into the back loop for every row, so it'll be on both sides, and you will have to work the same number of double crochets you worked in round 1. In this instance, it's going to be 20 double crochets in the back loop after my previous 10 stitches. And then we're going to end just like we started with 5 half double crochet and then 5 single crochet, and that will stay the same every row too. Here it's coming along. around 3 to 4 stitches left. 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to work 5 half double crochet and 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, I'm going to lay down my work. And you can see how you have 5 single crochet, 5 half double, 20 double, and then 5 half double and 5 single on the other side. And that was your second row. I'll just rephrase it again. 5 single crochet, 5 half double crochet in the both loops, and then you do 20 double crochet in the back loop, 5 half double crochet and 5 single crochet both of those stitches will be worked to the back loop. And you need to keep doing that until you reach 12 rows or your desired length, taking off either 2 or adding 2, because it's best to do these masks in multiples of 2. So keep repeating row 2, which I just showed you, until you reach your desired length. I'll be working 12 rows, and then once you've completed that, I will show you how to make the second layer of your mask that also creates the pocket. So I just finished my 12 rows for the average female size, but if you can make it taller by adding a multiple of 2 more rows, or shorter, and you can make it longer by adding a multiple of 2 rows or subtracting a multiple of 2 rows. But our next step is going to be making the second layer for the back that creates the pocket for the mask. So we're going to start by taking our yarn and joining it into the back loop of that first half double crochet, just ignoring these 5 single crochet, pretending they're not there. So join in your yarn, chain 1, and you're going to work 5 half double crochet in the back loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You've worked 5 half double crochet in the back loop. And the next step is to work 20 double crochet in the back loop, or however many double crochets you have based on if you customized it. 1, 2, 3, and you just have to keep doing that double crochet until you reach 20 or however many you did. And if you're wondering what that honking was from the cars that were driving by earlier, it's a little boy's birthday in our neighborhood, and people were driving by and honking to him just to acknowledge him, which is another great thing that people are doing to help celebrate people, especially in times that are going on right now. So I'm still just double crocheting in the back loop until I get all the way across. Several stitches left. And then we're going to work 5 half double crochet once we get to the end in the back loop. And like we did on the other side, just completely ignore the 5 single crochet. And that is, ignoring those single crochets is what will create our pocket. Okay, 5 half double crochet in the back loop. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I've just worked 5 half double crochet in the back loop, 20 double crochet in the back loop, and 5 more half double crochet in the back loop. And by working into the back loop, you're creating this smaller, less predominant ridge, and that's what we will work into later that really folds it back. And for your next row, you're just gonna have to repeat what we just did, except in the double crochet, you go through both loops like we did at the beginning, and you do on the sides, you just go through both loops, 5 half double crochet, 20 double crochet, 5 half double crochet, until you have 12 rows. So just repeat this row until you have 12, and once you've done that, I'll meet you back so we can seam it and add on the elastic straps and put in our filter. Okay, so I've done my 12 rows on either side. Here's the front with the ribbing and the 5 single crochets on the side. And here's the back, subtracting the 5 single crochet and not having the ribbing. And then there will be this pocket to put in your felt that'll work as a filter. And now it's time to single crochet your seam and make your ear strap, single crochet across the top of the loops you previously created, and do another strap, and then we can insert our felt and we'll be completed. I'm just going to point out on the straps, you can also customize them by adding or taking off chains. I'll show you that I did 30 for this example, and I also added a little fur on the ears so it can be more comfortable for my mom. And if you don't have the Huga fur, Red Heart Huga fur, you can just make your straps wider, because wider is always more comfortable behind your ear, by single crocheting around your straps, and that can be a great substitute. So you're going to start by taking your yarn and joining the half double crochets to fit against each other. You're going to find this half double crochet on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and find it on the other, and you're going to join your yarn. And chain 1, and then you're going to slip stitch in the same stitch, holding the two together, slip stitch into your next stitch, matching the stitches as they correspond and they go together. The 5 half double crochet should match up. So your first double crochet should match up on both sides. You can see I've slip stitched 5 of my half double crochet and it's seaming it together. Now I'm going into my first double crochets. And as you're slip stitching, make sure to slip stitch it loosely so it slightly curves in on the top, but it doesn't completely warp your work. Going through each corresponding side or chain, and then our corresponding stitch. And what we're doing right now is what creates the pocket, which is why we had 5 single crochets, so then we would have that extra length to put in our felt. And you just keep matching them up. It helps if you actually match them up with your fingers, and then you don't have to look back and keep turning your work and matching them up. Single crochet, slip stitching, just continue going across. You should have the same number of stitches as your second back layer, which should be 30, 5, and then 20, and then another 5. And I am now nearing the end of my double crochet slip stitches. And then just like we did on the other side, we're going to continue matching them up into our half double crochets. Half double crochet, matching up with the other. Matching up again. And again. And through that stitch. And then our last one. Turning your work so you can get the top of that turning chain. And then now you've just seamed the bottom or the top of your mask so you can insert your filter through the pocket in the side for that extra protection. And now we're going to create the straps. So to create the straps, we first have to just change a single crochet by single crocheting and those single crochets that you previously did when you're making the front of your mask. And it's seamless because the stitches are shorter. You do 5, then for this size, you need to chain 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I've done 30 chains, and being careful to make sure your chain doesn't get twisted, single crochet into that first stitch on the other side. And you have your elastic strap, and you're going to work 4 more single crochets like we did on the bottom. And now we have reached on the other side where we have that ribbed line from working into the back loop from the right side. So to have a symmetrical look, you're going to slip stitch into each of those front loops that were left unworked. Slip stitch, and keep doing so until you've reached all the way across. I'm already in my double crochet. In this top row, it should be the same tension as the bottom, a little looser since you're slip stitching, which naturally wants to pull together and be tight. Still slip stitching across the top, going into those front loops, making sure you only catch the front loop and not that third loop on the back. And 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, then of course 25. Then we're going to work 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then until the last stitch, 5, and we're going to chain 30 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And making sure not to twist our chain. Single crocheting into the stitch on the other side. And continuing across by doing 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and just slip stitching right into that first slip stitch. And you can take your scissors, snip your yarn, and go out a ways, and you see how you have your elastic straps, you have your layer right here, your back one that has created the pocket, and then you have your front with the ribbing, and then of course this is how it'll work when you're putting on the fur or making the whole strap thicker. It's best if you're just going to do a segment, do the 10 chains in the center, count off 10 chains on each side, and work 10 single crochet right in the center so it fits perfectly. And that is how you make your crochet mask. But the next part that makes it have all the protection you need, if you're not a healthcare worker, is putting in the felt. that'll work as your filter. And I just, as you can see here, I just used some felt that we had in the house, just these little squares. And what I did is that, or you could just use fabric, anything you have, any cotton or felt-like material that you have in your house will be great to work as a filter. So you just need to take a whole square, fold it in half, and then just cut it, as you can see, on the sides so it'll fit your mask. And then put your hand through one side of the mask and just weasel the way down. And pull it through, making sure that it'll stay flat once you pull it in. And turning it so it's completely flat once it's inside. And then if you tuck it in on the ends, see, that is how you have that next layer. So you have your first layer, your filtration, then your last layer, and I'm just going to slide it on. Here it is. It covers all the places that's necessary, and it has 3 layers. Your front layer, the filtration felt, or whatever fabric you have, and then the back layer, and that is how you make a crocheted mask. And please, everyone, make sure, it's just a kind and gentle reminder, make sure to stay home. So I made that Afghan using only my fingers to just give that kind and gentle reminder to social distance, stay home, and stay safe. Thank you very much, everyone, and crochet away, friends.